Good day, good day. Oh, good day sounds too official. Good days, no, that's not it. Let me do this again.
Yes.
What's good, everybody? This is Kel,
And Chris.
and today we are back again with another video. Now, it came to my mind yesterday, a topic in particular to talk about. Like I said, we've been together for 6 years, known each other for way longer. Outside of that, we still manage to keep the spark going as a collective unit. And I realize that we get the question asked a lot of times, like, why after so long are you guys still, this looks like you guys are still in this honeymoon phase where it's like all love and giggles and, it's like wanting to be around each other. So I think it was an interesting topic. So I'm going to give Chris here the honor of actually starting. Now, my question to you though, Chris, on a real is, why? Why though?
Why what?
Why after so long you still feel the way how you do about me now as it was in the initial stages when we first met and we first started hanging out as friends and stuff?
Like, to be honest with you, it's hard to kind of explain, but if I could put it in words, I would say one of the main things is you're not only my partner, my spouse, but you're a support system, my friend. You've literally been a therapist. You have.
I have.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I have.
Like
Admittedly.
the time that you take for just actually listen to me, not as your lover, not as just another. Just it's hard to explain. She's
just
flustered.
grabbing for words.
Yeah, that's it.
I know.
I don't know.
Easy
and
and
this is
this.
what I go through. So
This is it.
I get nervous. I get goosebumps. I get all jumbled with my words.
You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is? And we were having this discussion just a few days ago. I think it's because we were initially friends first. And not just that.
We didn't put a label to anything.
Exactly. Even though it is that we love each other,
we know how to
we
separate.
actually like each other.
That is it.
See, a lot of people won't understand that phrase, but for grown folks, if you know, you know. We not only love each other, but I actually like her. And a lot of people, I think that's how relationship feels, if I'm going to be honest. You love the person, but you don't like them. And like comes in the form of like living together with them, being together with them. You realize differences, you realize similarities.
True.
You realize pain, because believe it or not, a lot of relationships tend to bring their own, what society would consider baggage, but I don't consider it baggage. I consider those like traumas. So it's about, once you make that commitment to be with somebody, it's about, all right, me willing to accept your trauma, you willing to accept my trauma, and we both coming together as a collective to work on them together. And then of course that allows the growth into a flourishing relationship. That's my concept. And why are you looking at me like
I'm
that?
sorry, but it's just and this is what I'm talking about. It's not just always about just physical. When you listen to how somebody's view on life may differ or be alike to yours, and it then allows your mind to then expand, and it makes you want to learn more about this person. Like, how did you get to this space where your thought process is like this? And again, you talk about trauma. Trauma doesn't have to be anything like hit you in the face dramatic. It does happen for a lot of us, unfortunately. However, trauma can be simple things, or simple for some, but very traumatic for others. Having your hope set on something, like for some it might be either a friendship or a family member. Just an example. They made you a promise and you have your heart set on it so much, like you're intent on it. Yes, this person told me that they're going to do it, and then you expect them to do it, and when they don't,
there creates this like restriction or this,
like, okay,
blockage.
If I care about this person so much and this person say they care about me so much, and they make this promise to me and they don't keep it, that then creates a little bit of doubt for that person. Like, if this person cares so much, what does a stranger? And it's stuff like that people don't understand.
Really does.
So when it is that we're able to like step back, acknowledge that okay, this is what I went through as a person, this is what you went through as a person, and let's work on healing from that together. And I think that's where why it's so strong now too. Not only did we start just as like friends, we didn't put any labels to
That's
it.
the most important part.
We spent a lot of time just talking.
And I have something to add to based on that you just mentioned about the friendship, because honestly, society has this concept that you can't be in a relationship with your friend, and that's a lie. I tell you what, that's the best and perfect way to actually start a relationship. Hang out with the person,
Yup.
get to understand your likes, get to understand the dislikes, listen as a friend without being sexually, nothing sexual.
Like just focus
this has
on
nothing to
the
do with
person, the individual,
That
the
is it.
mindset.
For
that
me-
way you know.
For me personally, I'm a sexual. So with that said, I'm all for the intriguing conversations. Like I pick brains. So tell me what's your
Sarcasm,
interest. Nah, yeah. It's come on.
I'm sorry.
I pick brains. You know what I mean? I like to know what your thought process are on things, and I guess in talking to people, that's exactly how you get to know them. And not just that, just because you're in a relationship with somebody, it does not mean that you have to be restricted. I'm sorry. Now, what that basically means, a lot of people expect privacy. But if I'm really going to be honest, as far as privacy goes, it goes both ways. If it is a situation where you're not giving your spouse or your partner any reasons to have doubt within the relationship, then there is no problem in the world that a female, and this is me speaking from a feminine perspective, if it is, there is no doubt, or there is no inkling that you're doing something, or that you're being unfaithful, or that you're being untrustworthy, then really and truly you have your privacy. She is going to allow you to be you. If you want to have boys night, if you want to, whatever it is that you want to do, you have a particular sport that you love and you want to go play, she'll let you go play. But like I said, if you don't create that wall of insecurity, then don't start none, won't be none. And that's really honest, because I'm in a relationship but I'm free. And I don't mean like free as in single, but I mean
It
like
means that I don't try to control the situation. I don't feel
from her perspective.
flustered or frustrated if you say, okay, babe, so the boys want to hang out, I'm going to chill. Fine. I just need to know that you're safe. As long as
let
you're
me tell
safe,
you this.
have fun.
Let me tell you this, ladies, too, from a masculine perspective. If it is that the person that you're with is solely invested in you, I can guarantee you there is no room or no space for any other feminine energy to fill. And that's facts. You
That
would
is
be
true.
surprised at half the shit that your man's be doing
Okay, so
when he's hanging with his friends, and that's not on no freaky
No,
type
like,
of shit or
they are
whatever.
childish.
But that's it.
Childish. So
That's
from
it.
experience here,
It's just
I'm
about
sorry
having
to
fun.
do this, but
It's
I
just
have
about
to.
having fun, being honest.
We started as friends, and a part of that is being completely upfront and honest. Now, personally speaking, I rather you hurt my feelings with the truth
Yes,
than
sir.
lie to me and let me feel okay, and
Yeah,
then only to
cushion
find
with
out
lies.
later on in the
Crazy.
long run that what I thought was what. Tell me the truth. Like let
Hey.
it upset the shit out of me.
Speaking of which,
I'll calm the fuck down.
Speaking of which, once you know that, a lot of people will always wonder too, how do I know that this person that I'm with is for me? Like honestly, this is on some soul type of spiritual type of shit. You know, once souls are connected, you know. Once spirits are connected, you know. There's just something that draws you to the person, and vice versa as it relates to such. So even though it may seem strange to you guys, like what is going on, this is like not me, there is just something about that person that makes you want to do better as a person. Like, okay, I want to do better, I want to do this. I understand that I have flaws, but as long as I have somebody in my corner supporting me, you know, and words of encouragement doesn't hurt too. I know sometimes females may come off nagging in terms of like, and not in general, because I realize whenever I'm on social media and I'm looking at a lot of
Nagging?
things, yeah, you're annoying, like, but that's another topic.
I
But I've
true.
seen a lot of things, I've come across a lot of things on social media where males actually are always complaining about, the girlfriends be nagging. I ain't gonna lie, most of them be nagging, but
Because
like I
we give a
said,
shit.
but that is it.
When we
I was
tried
about to
many
say,
different approaches to
the
get you to
situation
see
is,
what
but
it
hold
is,
on.
and you won't. I'm sorry.
At the end of the day, really and truly of a fact, if it's a situation where you don't allow room to have a conversation, then a conversation won't be. And you cannot approach having a conversation with you being aggressive towards the situation. So let's say I do something that you thought was dumb, and it basically kind of it made you flip out, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's a situation where I did something and I'm unaware, because to me I may not see it as a big deal. If I'm unaware, let's just have a conversation as adults.
And don't approach it with aggression. I would recommend approaching it like, okay, this is all the situation. This is what I see from my perspective that you did, and this is how it affects me. And I would like to see if we can approach things differently moving forward because it affects me in this way. And if you need to expound as to why it affects you in that way, it doesn't hurt because that allows you to bond with that person because you're sharing an experience that has a profound effect on you, and there may be little triggers like almost like PTSD, like you did tell me, but relationship PTSD.
Yeah, you do have
So
those.
it's almost like little things that your new partner might do might trigger bad memories either from past relationships, not just with another like partner, but with family members and so on. So
Friends, whatever the
it
situation
does
is,
help to communicate, to just speak.
So at the end of the day, really, kind of chopping it all up, it's really about communication. It's really about trust. Like I said, if you really care about the person that deeply, you are willing to invest your time because time is something that we can't get back.
True.
You're willing to invest your time, and honestly, I would advise, if it is that you're not serious about somebody or you're not serious about the long-term relationship, don't waste people time. Just let them be, because somebody else, there would be somebody else out there in the world that's meant for you.
Exactly.
And because you're busy engaging,
You're wasting both your
you know?
time.
So I would advise. The fourth thing, in all actuality, it pays to be honest.
I was about to say honesty. Oh my goodness, be
Sometimes-
upfront and honest.
Sometimes honesty is not the best thing that we want to hear because it may hurt. But honestly, if it's a situation, and this is really directed to ladies right now, if it's a situation where your companion or your spouse or your partner does something, and you really don't like it, just be straightforward. Or if it is that they tell you, ask them a question, they give you an answer, an honest answer. I'm not saying for you not to get upset, but do not respond to that as, do not respond to that using aggression, because what that would do is to shut your partner down completely. And once you're shut down emotionally, there is nothing at all sexually that will allow for that connection or communication, because once the mental is gone, and most of the males can actually relate, masculine energy, they can really relate to that because it's the truth. At the end of the day, if their emotion is not okay, the physical attraction towards you is not going to be there. And then if there is nothing for you guys to be, or to allow you guys to stay together, then it's just gonna just not work.
And to expound on that as well from a more feminine energy, like don't approach things with immediate distrust as well. Like we said, being honest, this is where it comes in to allow for that trust to build. So everything really goes hand in hand. When you communicate and you be honest, it allows for trust to build, and then from trust it allows outside entities to not be able to influence the relationship.
And it's okay to keep your shit private, by the way.
Yes,
it's okay to keep your shit private.
It really pays in a good way.
Really and truly.
Keep people out your relationship.
Including people unnecessarily in your shit.
It does not.
It doesn't help, because if I'm going to be honest, people 9 out of 10 times, people who are miserable, once they see you happy, they will try to start shit. So for whatever reason, if they see something and they read it as this based on perception, because honestly the perception of reality is just as real as reality itself. So just because a picture perceives something does not make it facts. So for all you know, I could be standing at the supermarket hugging my sister that I haven't seen in months, but because a nosy unhappy bitch is walking by and she knows that we're in a relationship together and she just so happened to follow my girlfriend or follow me, she's gonna report like, hey, yo, I saw your mans or whatever the situation is with this, whatever, and then you blow the fuck up. Like, bro,
And then again,
at the end of the day, to
communication.
control a man by mind, you control his entire being. So if you allow people to control you that way, where they're going to get you reactive because of something that you heard, then there's a lot of growing up mentally that you guys need to do. And like I said, I'm just dropping a few gems on what I applied to my life, which is why I'm actually happy, because really and truly, have a fact, to really wake up with the same person every single day for 6+ years, you really gotta like them. Because I'm talking about everything. You get to see the person unfiltered. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if it's somebody that you care about, you're going to want to put in the work to help them. You're going to want to see them grow emotionally, grow in health, grow in wealth. You know what I mean? You're going to want, and make sure as well that you guys pray together. Always pray together, because it makes no sense you have a home that you don't have God within. So pray. Take it as it may be. I know people may have opinion based on us and our beliefs, but I'm a very spiritual person, and any and everything that I do, I always put God first, and I'm not afraid to say, and I'm not afraid to show that, because I'm truly and deeply grateful. I've been through some things, but that's another situation. Honestly, I'm safe to say, I'm happy to see it 2023, and I mean, I'm alive. Not a lot that a lot of people can say, so I'm really thankful and I'm really grateful. So with that said, that's just a few. We might do another part of this in all actuality, because there's still a lot that we really would want to share. But speaking from experience, I just shared a few of what we do to make it work for us. And of course, like I said, after so long. So if you guys are having issues in that department, feel free to watch the video. Feel free to take some pointers, and of course, feel free to give us your feedback as well. So until then, I am Kel, and this is lovely
Chris.
And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next video. Pieces.